Good morning. Welcome to Thursday. I'm excited this morning that the Senate passed the Respect for Marriage Act. Holy cow, what a can you believe it kind of moment, right? And it still has to go to the House and then the signature of the President. But for the bipartisan nature of this bill, it feels extraordinary. I mean, it just feels like a miracle, right? It doesn't codify the Supreme Court decision, Obergefell. What it does is reverses the previous Defense of Marriage Act, that horrible act that was meant to divide the country back in 2004. And so here, there's just these little nuances. I'm always curious. So what are the nuances of this? The Supreme Court, if they were to overturn Obergefell, which established the right of marriage in all 50 states, what this law would protect is that, let's say the Supreme Court overturned it, Texas says we're no longer going to offer marriage licenses. They couldn't, however, be prevented from recognizing a marriage performed in another state. That's the protection that has come with this. Will the Supreme Court overturn Obergefell? Given the way the country has moved in such a forward direction, perhaps not. Although, my gosh, what have we gotten ourselves into, right, with this new Supreme Court? But regardless, I'm just so happy this morning, and it's not just about same-gender marriage. It is codifying in law the protection for interracial marriage too. You know, it was only in 1967 that the Loving versus Virginia decision was made, allowing Mr. and Mrs. Loving to get married. I love their name. So in moments like this, hey, let's celebrate. Let's hold on to. There's plenty of bad news in the world, but this and the bipartisan nature of this bill just, makes me happy, and it reminds me of the words I read to you yesterday from Dr. Cornel West. Hope and optimism are different. Optimism tends to be based on a notion that there's enough evidence out there to believe things are going to get better. It's much more rational, deeply secular, and whereas hope looks at the evidence and says it doesn't look good at all. Doesn't look good at all. Going to go beyond the evidence to create new possibilities based on visions that become contagious, to allow people to engage in heroic actions against the odds. No guarantee whatsoever. That's hope. And he said, I'm a prisoner of hope. I'm going to die a prisoner of hope. And days like this give me hope. And pray it gives us all a grateful day.